You know, heading into Atlanta, it was one of those it's in the bag sort of feeling. Like, we just won a championship the week before. Heading into Atlanta, we're the favorites to win 100%. A lot of people were saying that, Atlanta was the monster at the end of that. And to be fair, we still haven't played the Little Giants, but that's something that's going to happen regardless at our homestand. So the players went in there thinking that they were only going to play Atlanta, apparently, and they weren't going to play, the Mutineers or everybody else that they end up playing. And that, to me, was, I think, where their fault lied. Not only that, but we came out super, super slow, and we weren't the team that you saw the week before. I don't know what it was. There's no way to identify it. I have been here for 10 years. We've lost a bunch. We've won a bunch. We've been in between, a lot has happened to where a loss like this one doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect the players either. They just toss it up as like a chalked event. It was something that didn't happen. I don't know. We had good thoughts going into it. It just didn't pan out the way that we would have hoped to.
Wait, don't they tell you? Everyone's using that spot now. Everyone's using the spot now.
That's a fucking loser.
The first spot, last spot right there.
Why?
Because Dallas didn't agree. Dallas said they're using that spot.
So we're using it?
What?
So we can use it?
Yeah, just that spot, sorry.
God damn.
Oh, you didn't hear Pierce yelling about it?
Huh?
When we played them, Pierce was yelling about it.
I know, I was trying to nade him.
Coming straight off the gates, we played Toronto Ultra. It was we all thought in the back of our heads it was gonna be it wasn't gonna be an easy 3-0 because every CDL team deserves to be here. So we obviously thought we came off a dub of London. So going to that match, we weren't taking it lightly, but it was, we were taking it lightly. So going to the first map, we kind of start off slow. Then like halfway through, I'm pretty sure I got like a 10 kill streak during the first map, and it just like spiraled the game out for them and helped us a lot. Especially since it was the first to second hole on Hackney, it just gave us full momentum on getting 120 points back to 60-60 back to back. So first map, we took it. We didn't take it with ease, but like we got it. We barely pulled it out. So I don't even know what happened in second map. Second map, I don't know what map it was. Oh, it was Piccadilly. Piccadilly is one of our better maps, and it obviously showed that they watched our VODs. I said in another interview, I think it was the Dexterta one, they obviously watched our film, and they hard countered everything we did. We didn't like really change our game plan halfway through, which we should have adapted, learned that they didn't play A's as heavy, but we didn't. We just kept going to B. It was just I think we just like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's we didn't adapt. That's pretty much it. We didn't adapt. We didn't change anything, especially, and no one even realized that they knew what we did. And we just kept saying, go B, go B, go B, and it never worked. And the only time we won A, it worked. We won the only round. So in game three, we played, our domination was, I think it was very good besides the Florida series all weekend. Everyone played really good in Dom. So I'm pretty sure that was a Petro Dom, and I think we got like 100 points in the first half, and it pretty much sealed the game for us. Second half was one of those stat padding moments where all of us just knew the game was over, so we just started killing and shooting our guns. Fourth map, Gunrunner Hardpoint. We showed weakness versus Paris at London, but we thought we were going to change it, and it obviously didn't change, and we lost that pretty poorly. Played pretty poor in that map. Then game 5 was one of the scariest moments of my life. I think Gunrunner S&D, I think it showed all weekend that we're just not confident in it. We don't play for map control. We didn't do our thing. We played kind of scared versus every team, and we shouldn't play scared versus anyone just because who we are and how good we are on our team. And luckily, Pierce we went up 5-3 and turned into a 1v2 and or 2v1, and Pierce got the match trade on bomb with like 3 seconds left. So. Round 11, that's kind of scary, especially since it was our first game and it was against Toronto Ultra.
Roll into this series, it is going to be a humdinger. Let's get into it, friends, right off the rip. Into the hard point we go. Watch for control of spawns at the top and side of the minimap. 3-man push for the Toronto Ultra, looking to battle their way through, and it is going to work out. Formal can only take so many of those players down, and now the break happens. Watch those top right-hand side minimap. Those arrows are going to be dictating the pace of this match and the start of the next hard point as well. So without further ado, this is just the first map, my friend. Methods, though, with a 3-piece on point. Is that enough to flip? No, Formal and Scum blocking down the back end of the office there. Now, Methods with that multi-kill. He's managed to get his boys in on the point. Now he's going to take care of both doors. He's going to find one. Scumpy on the other side. The pre-fire gets it done. Gunless, though, looking for the swift retribution. He finds 2. Classic answers back, and once again, it is back and forth between these two teams. There's 30 seconds remaining on this hard point. The rotation has to go down soon for Toronto. They have to battle through this wave of Huntsmen players if they want to stand a chance in map number 1.
And Huntsmen right now, they're thinking kind of 2-3 steps ahead. They don't want to go too big, but Artemis put an MP5 in his hands and he's still good to go. I don't think he can end it right here because the contest's going to come in, so we are going to see a rotation. Quick check of the minimap, and this is where we see those purple arrows pushing, pressuring over to the next rotation, but it's not going to be there in time. Huntsmen are set up and they are looking fine and dandy with only 8 points needed. Huntsmen are lighting up this kill feed. 1 push, 1 pressure from Methods, but it ain't going to happen. 250 is going to come in, and Chicago take number 1 of 5 here, looking strong. It wasn't all fine and dandy though. Bans double digits so far.
Here we go. Right off the rip, it's an aggressive start on the defense there for Toronto Ultra. Huntsman looking to hold that line back a little bit. The break through the buses from Envoy. He's managed to clear his way over the 1 The gunfights come down. Envoy, he makes the first blood. He managed to find the 1. Now Looney finds Scump. Answers back straight away. Looney, heavy tags, we're not able to get the kill, and there we go. Cammy comes through with a brilliant bit of teamwork. Once again, the comms from Toronto have been brilliant. Bans, that was his 10th kill in a row, and now he's put to bed finally. This is it. Gunless, last player left alive, and again, 1 versus 3. This is to tie up the series. All you've got to do is kill Gunless. It sounds easier than it really is. And Toronto Ultra, they take the search. The tension starts to build. Envoy's on the bomb, but Bance has just crept out of his position in green. He's going to find 1 from Looney. Now Bance is still on the left-hand side. Gunless now desperately trying to make his way forward. 3v3. Neither team is able to make a bad step wrong here, but Bance is crept round the back. Benjamin Bance finds 1.
And not greedy, finds 1, dips out, it's down to a 2v2. The substitute, can he go well? It's all up to Bance, they know the positioning, and Formal is out of there. He's thinking he knows where Bance is, he's pushing straight through, but Bance is ready with 10 seconds. All he needs to do is make the kill. He's popped the dead silence. Can he get the player off the bomb? Yes, he
Done it!
My goodness!
Whoa, they killed him! They killed him, they got the round! He couldn't get it done at the end! Bance was traded in the time.
Each other. And then I got full flashed in green, and I didn't know that we killed him, so I was like running around like a headless chicken. Oh man, and I saw we got 2. I was
and
like,
that's my smoke, bro. I didn't even mean to smoke the bomb. I tried to throw it.
give me some freedom.
And Looney fucking like ran.
Give me some freedom.
Jesus. S&D wins. Good shit though.
Yeah, good
Wins
job
a win.
pushing up.
We got through it.
Yeah.
We just played stale. We just weren't going like.
No, it's good. At least you guys know what that fucking feels like. You know what I mean?
We've done it before.
Yeah.
He let y'all remember. No, but not that hill. The other one, because we spawned water tower.
Sydney was in the back of the second one too.
No, when we spawned water tower and we got all the kills hill, and then they literally like 5 hit scrap and we started rotating.
Relax though. Those comms in that map 5, I was frying and we were up 4-0, and then it felt like we were down 0-4 with the comms after that round. Like after I clutched that, everyone started screaming. I couldn't even think of a play to do in my head. I was like, it kind of goes back to our mindset and our just mental preparation before some of these series. Like Toronto's a good team, and we went into the series like we're gonna 3-0 these guys. You know, like. We're just a better team than them. Someone's going to step up every map. Someone will just get it done whenever we need to. And then you lose 1 map, you lose 2 maps, and it's like we got smoked in a search. So it's like it's search and destroy, search and destroy. Could come down to preparation, a lot of counter-stratting, stuff like that. It's like even if you're the better team on paper or prepared or doing better in scrims and stuff, like search and destroy can be over. I think it was like a 6-minute map, and it's like, oh, the series is 1-1 now. And it's you lose 1 more map, and then you're going map 5, and it's another search and destroy where it's a toss-up. So, I mean, we just overlooked the talent that's on some of these teams, and it came back to bite us. It's going to keep coming back to that same answer throughout all of this. I mean, a lot of our teammates will agree on it. Like, we just weren't mentally prepared for all the other teams like we were for FaZe. We put FaZe on this super high pedestal that tore our performance down against other teams that were also very good. You know, it's like we put them on another level and thought we were gonna beat everyone else, and that's on us. But again, it was all mental preparation. Toronto came out, played great. We came out, played pretty average to not that great. And we went last map, round 11, and that's gonna happen. And that's gonna keep happening to us unless we, you know, get our heads right and actually come into these series and taking everyone like 110% like we should be doing. So again, I'm glad that we lost now and we learned that and not later on.
Hello. Looks good. Nothing much. Just everyone's losing full. Lost 2 maps.
Petro, then Petro.
Petro, Gunrunner, Hackney?
Biggest surprise, maybe to start. They come in and upset Paris in a big way. Now, do they have what it takes to go up against Huntsmen? Now, we're starting off with Envoy for a couple reasons. One, he's the #2 overall KD on Petro Hardpoint. 2, we saw one of the most impressive performances all year long from him. 30 and 12, 3 minutes in the hardpoint. It is really what started our hype around Envoy to start this year off for us. He's insane here. Nice win by Alex mid-map. 15 more points needed. One of the more dominant hard points you are going to see from start to finish. We had the 60-0 lead from Minnesota to kick off the game against one of the top teams in the world. Rocker just came in and gave them the old uppercut. They look to close it out there, and they do it right through walls, through teammates, just shutting it all down. 12 more points needed, they can close it out. Envoy's POV inside as he's looking to plant the dagger firmly into the back of Rocker. Formal another 5 spree during this stretch as his M4 continues to go. Spawning out, it's Rocker. Moving on, it's Huntsmen. They close it out in 4.
Like, we need to guarantee that hazmat rotation every time. That needs to be like a super habit, bro. Because if we don't win that hill, we're almost fucked for bars. Like, just how it is. It's how it works
we
out.
lost that game after after the 3rd hill, after we got
Yeah,
broken,
after the hazmat
we like
hill, bro.
immediately lost.
That's my
Like,
point.
They're just gonna keep rotating and getting money.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, we won restaurant, but like, dude,
Unless we get
that's
like a crazy fucking break, like we're fine.
Dude,
And then Seth immediately tries to go kill him, dies immediately. I'm on bomb planning like, okay, this is
Oh
fucking
no, I
great.
thought that up because I heard he was one shot, so I just sprinted at it and I just got gunned, honestly. I mean, Minnesota, I thought Minnesota was one of the best teams at that event, and we 3-1 them with, I mean, not ease, but we got smoked in the first hard point, and then we just 3-0'd them after that. So I was pretty shocked that we beat Minnesota like that. I was like, okay, that could be the turnaround that we needed. We're right back on track. We're going into Sunday. We're feeling good. But in terms of like communication throughout the event, it was a big factor for us. We kept saying it after every series that we played, even the ones that we won. We were like, our communication just wasn't good. It wasn't intense. It wasn't at the level that it could be. And communication's a thing that should always be constant. Like, your communication you shouldn't have an issue with your communication in a match. It should always be like the same intensity, the same like pretty much baseline that you're going into a match expecting to have. So it just wasn't there. Again, we had an off event in terms of a lot of different things, communication being one of them, mindset, preparation in terms of before the match, not before the event. A lot of people are like, take practice more serious. It's not what it was. Please stop saying that. It's really annoying. But yeah, it was just, communication was off. And again, that's something that we can control and something that shouldn't be off. So again, a whole lot of things that we learned about our team. The first loss is always like, you know, or how are we going to take it? And I think our team took it pretty well. You know, it motivated us more. It made us angry. Like, we don't want to lose, obviously. So we all talked it out, what went wrong, what do we need to work on, and I think, again, it's only gonna help us out in the long run for the success of this team. So communication was another thing that we hit on heavily that needed to be worked on.
We didn't know how to break a first hill to save our lives. We didn't know how to we couldn't break a second hill. It just showed how lackluster our teamwork was all weekend. If you go watch our hard points, if we didn't have a hill control, we weren't breaking the hill at all. We're contesting or we're getting hero plays breaking them. I think just during first map it showed how lackluster our teamwork was, and it's something we really need to work on during these next couple of weeks leading up to Dallas. So that St. Petro showed me a lot, showed everyone a lot, and it was just bad teamwork coming out of us, and that's why we got 100 points versus the Minnesota Rockers, which I believe we should be way better than.
Caesar, he's like, you're hilarious, bro.
You want coalition?
Is it our pick or what?
Yeah, we'll take allegiance. We're gonna ban Adon.
Coming this match, after always playing with Preston my whole career, even when I started playing, Preston was on my team just because he played way before me, and I hopped in a couple years after, like a couple months afterwards. But the feelings were like, I don't know. We both sat next to each other in the back just warming up because it's like at that time you can't scrim anyone because the other two teams are playing at that point. It was just unreal. It's like we're warming up together even though like we're not on the same team, which felt like we were because he was sitting next to me, I was sitting next to him, and I don't know, it's hard to explain just because like you never want to feel that, but like I really wanted a dub. I was very confident, and because it's like the way our teams are set up is he has a bunch of underdogs on his team and I have a bunch of top dogs on my team, so I just was very confident, and going into the match I was like, this is going to be like either a 3-1 or a 3-0, and then after the first two maps it was looking like it.
On the monitor, can you play the on or off?
Against Pristini, longtime teammates, world champs together. Now for the first time this year, fighting against each other on the main stage, and with all the props that our cities gets on Huntsmen, with them being the tournament winners, you know Pristini is wanting to come out and dominate within this particular matchup. But you sort of alluded to it. Cave is very, very good for Huntsmen. They're 3-0 on it. It's an AR-heavy map. They're going to have 2 out. They're going to Rocket. Huntsmen, the favorite in map 1 for sure.
Yeah, and I think we talked about, Nimbus touched on it on the keys to victory. I think formal needs to be formal. He had a slow day yesterday, and of course at any moment this,
but Huntsmen can still rally. They can still do it here. Down 35 with 50 seconds to hold here on KVs. Into the backside goes Mutineers. They've got the numbers here through back. That's Moxa, 5 before he falls, but gunless formal. They chop him down.
Win it here.
They just barely close out this game on KVs with a flawless hold. Where did the separation come from the Mutineers? It was the perfect hold on the opposite side of the cave. Now Huntsmen, it's their turn to answer. You've got to get some kind of contest. You have to get some pressure onto the point.
They got enough where it has to flip.
Yeah,
Chicago recognized it. Just enough. One player gets through, is able to throw him behind the smoke and find the kill. Now Florida.
There's the lead.
It all comes down to this rotation over to this third hill. Couple of players going all the way through Cave West around that well side.
Fifth player now going to hop off the point. 5 needed for Huntsmen. 16 needed for Mutineers. Mutineers are inside. It's in boy with a kill. 1-on-1. Now the collapse comes in. Into the point go the Huntsmen. It could end right here, but Mutineers showing just enough life to keep it up. It's contested on the point. Who's going to win these key gunfights inside? It's Scump on a 5-spring. Still just through the smoke. No one able to find the time. Mutineers now second by second get closer to closing it out, but Huntsmen fight in, and Huntsmen with the final dagger get the 9-point victory. Before you can stack too, like we're just talking back to London, so I think you nail it there with how much more controlled it was, and they controlled the scoreboard. This ends up being a blowout, a game that was 93-93 at one point. From that moment forward, it is all Mutineers. And as the final seconds tick away, they get us to a map 4. they extend this semifinal and they try to push into a grand final. Mutineers stay alive.
Right, let's get ourselves to another hard situation. Flossie, he's in the inside. He'll help his teammates out, proceed with some nice shots. Just 15 more seconds needed for formal to take us to a game 5. Both semifinals might be going the distance.
It's looking that way. Mutineers can get it done here, get us to the map 5 for the entire team. All of them going on. They're all just dropping bombs to send this to a 5th map. What? A game from Florida.
2v2 now. That's the type of momentum shift.
Set up deep, connects on the shots. It's all to Arson. He's a try and clutch. He can't do it. As Florida get the W, Pristini wins the battle versus brother, and there's the hype.
Let's go! Hell yeah! Let's go!
Watched the OE and the guy hit our door. That's where we spawned out. Like, and then in the S&D, I was telling Pierce, they literally do the same shit as us every round on defense. Except, and they had a guy play rocks sometimes. Yeah. Just like I played crack. Yeah. And the one round I pushed up green and got 2 kills, or 1 kill.
The 2 offenses we lost was when we didn't play for pipes right away. I don't know why. You didn't go pipes off the break in the round?
Yeah. I can't push in the pipe.
I'm talking about on offense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They made inside pipes. I can't look at it.
From mid?
Yes.
Yeah.
I flash him water and he nade me. I can't nade him back because I'm just gonna
I just think having pipes is better than not having them. So like
if you get pipes control on your defense, you pretty much have the round.
Yeah, well I'm talking about offense. Because like there was a round on offense where we had no pipes control and they just had pipes. And then we tried to go be late and they just had everything.
Every crossfire, yeah.
They had green, they had pipes, they had crates, like we can't do anything without them. That's why we literally talked about like being
if they challenge me back left, I'm fucking happy. I'm like, wow, what the hell?
Yeah.
It is fucked up.
I don't know.
Oh my God. We need to just go over constant game plans in like a normal situation, it feels like.
It's like you guys can literally outshoot any fucking one. But it literally just comes down to
I didn't realize they're making it so easy on people. Just like yesterday, I watched back the Petro hardpoint. There's challenge top win every time.
Yeah.
I did that.
Like, I don't understand that.
I did
it wasn't
that.
even just you, that was the bad thing.
I watched it 12 times in 1 round.
I kept doing it because everyone was flooding mid
You
instead
thought I
of
was
wrapping
trolling.
back.
I thought you were trolling. It was 12 times. You only broke it 1 time because Pierce got a 3.
Well, that's just like super team.
This is like,
Our mindsets were, again, just over eager to play a certain team that we had to make it to play to. We weren't even there yet. We were over eager to play them because we wanted that matchup so bad. Everyone wanted that matchup so bad. It's all you heard from the whole weekend was us playing FaZe. And I mean, we were backstage watching FaZe almost get, beat by Roker. They were down 2-0 to Minnesota. And meanwhile, we're like warming up. We're kind of like watching that match, like what's gonna happen, who are we gonna play, and I don't know. Again, our mindsets weren't right. We overlooked Florida. We went up 2-0, and it was like, I kept saying it after we lost. I was like, we need to carry our momentum better. Like, we went up 2-0, and it was like we were down 0-2. It's like, that shouldn't happen. When you're up 2-0, you should like want to put them in the dirt and just go on to the next series and be in finals. But like us, our tempo, like after we went up 2-0, our tempo went down, our communication went down, everything just went down, and that shouldn't happen. Again, like when you're up 2-0 in a series, you should be ready to beat them. So again, it was all mindset, communication, and at the end of the day, that's really what it boils down to, the whole event. When we were about to lose again, I was just like, when we were about to lose that last round, I was just like, there's no way that we just let this happen, because in a series of Call of Duty, like, it goes from very, very, very good to very, very, very bad, like, really quickly. So when we lost that series, it was like 30 minutes went by, and then boom, we're just out of the tournament. So, I mean, the feeling sucks. It's kind of like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like, what can you do at that point? Like at that specific point when you lose, there's nothing else you can do, and it's like instantly you go to what could I have done better? What could we have done better to prevent this? And it's like, I don't know. It's a bad feeling. Losing in that fashion is not fun. I'd rather get 3-0 smoked, 250 to 0, 6-0, 180 to 0 and Dom, just get off the stage than lose like that. It's never fun. I'm just excited to play again, honestly, for Dallas. It's a home event for us because we get to drive 30 minutes away, not in the sense that it's like our home event, obviously. So that's, something nice. We're probably going to be able to pre-land before that, which is a good thing. We're probably going to have a team or 2 or 3 teams fly in a little early, maybe a couple days, maybe come play us, get some reps in on land at the X quarters. So it's nice to have Dallas next and not like going back to London. So it's nice to have. We're just going to take this month, prepare. It's nice for me. I get to stream again, get to go back to the regular routine for a little bit, which I enjoy. But yeah, really just preparing and doing, what we've been doing. So it's nice to have a nice little month off. We're gonna get to watch a lot of the other teams here at LA, which is good because a lot of teams got to watch us all throughout London and then come play us at the event. So it's nice to be able to watch, see what maps we should veto against certain teams, what their strong suits are, what their weaknesses are. So yeah, just a lot of preparation and, again, eagerness to get back on the stage and try to get another championship. So I think all of us are excited to play again, but also excited to have a little break and, just be able to relax for a little bit.